Alright, we are back with our final battle of the night, and quite possibly our toughest, our battle against the true leader of Team Plasma, the mastermind behind the throne, leader of the Seven Sages, Ghetsis. And hopefully our Pokemon get healed before we face them, because right now they're not in great shape. Alright, a little bit more dialogue first. And if you guys don't want to see this, feel free to fast forward a minute or two. Rule the world? Wasn't Team Plasma's goal to liberate Pokemon? That was just a convenient lie that I needed to create Team Plasma. Use your head. What's to be gained from letting go of useful things like Pokemon? Certainly, manipulating Pokemon helps people expand their possibilities. That much I can agree with. So it naturally follows that only I should be able to use Pokemon. You fool! That's a ridiculous idea! You can say whatever you want. A Pokemon, even if it's revered as a deity, is still just a Pokemon. Goddard, so what if it chose you? That doesn't mean you're a threat. Come on, now you'll face me in battle. I can't wait to see the look on your face when you've lost all hope. Goddard. I think I might have had a change of heart here. I won't allow anyone to stop me, no matter who does what. I don't know if we actually got healed. I really hope we got healed. Hopefully I wasn't supposed to like walk away and heal my Pokemon and come back, because I definitely didn't do that. But here we go. I do like there are two fights. I wouldn't like it if it was like, you know, back-to-back without healing. But it looks like our team is fully healed. Alright, here we go. Cafagarius, which I don't think is his highest level Pokemon. I could be wrong. So it seems like his team is 2 levels higher than N's even. Even though N has a legendary, that kind of makes up for it. So we've already faced one of these. Do I switch? I might just want to go ahead and switch, because this is not the best matchup. And if he has a full team of 6, I really can't afford to like lose a Pokemon like I could have against the Elite Four. So, what is Confagarius going to do? Is it going to use like a Confuse Ray? Is it going to use a Shadow Ball? I could bring in Ariane. Let's do that. If he does use a Shadow Ball or some kind of Ghost type attack, being a normal type, we will be immune to it. Toxic, okay. Well, not the worst thing that could have happened there. Toxic will limit our turns, so we'll have to make the best use of those turns. Now, of course, Confagarius is immune to Tail Slap. And let me just check my moves real quick. I guess Rock Blast and Bullet Seed both have 25 base power, so 125 in total. Now, does Ghost resist grass? It resists poison. I don't think it resists grass. I'm tempted to look it up, but I guess I probably shouldn't look it up. I should probably just use my own knowledge here in this battle. Let's go for it. At the very least, I'll learn something. Protect. Okay, well... he's going to try to wait out my... Oh, this is annoying. This is really annoying, trying to wait out the Toxic here. If I was using in-battle items, I could just use an antidote, but I'm not, so... Alright, will it be evenly effective? I really hope so, because even being evenly effective... Oh. It's not... Yeah, Confagarius is a very defensive Pokemon. I did think it would do a little more than that. So I might have changed up my strategy here. Psychic, okay. Good to know he does have Psychic. Do I just let Ariane faint? I was expecting exactly that kind of move. It's not going to use Shadow Ball, because Shadow Ball would do nothing. However, Zenit could not take a Psychic back, and that's the Pokemon I would really like to bring in is Zenit. But I'm not sure I just want to let Ariane faint. Of course, Atlas is probably our best Pokemon, so I want to bring him in so early too. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Hopefully saving Ariane is not a mistake, but we shall see. Alright, Atlas. And Psychic, that's what I thought. We can definitely take a Psychic. And it does not confuse you. We might get special defense drop, which would suck, but yeah, even that's not the end of the world. Okay. The question is, can we defeat him with one Shadow Ball before he can Shadow Ball in return? That's what I'm worried about. Hopefully we did enough damage with Bullet Seed. And not quite enough. And Toxic, okay, so he's not going to use Shadow Ball. He might not even know Shadow Ball for all I know, but now he's probably going to use a full Restore, unfortunately. And oh, cool, synchronize. I forgot we had synchronize. Now, will this be enough to knock it out? Please knock it out. That'd be really great. That'd be so ironic. And oh my god, a sliver of HP. Like if we had like one crit on Bullet Seed, or one more crit. I'm not sure if we actually had a crit. I don't think we did. Oh, that is unfortunate to be sure. Because now he's going to use a full restore, which means I have to use 2 more Shadow Balls, which means Toxic is going to take some time to attack me. He's probably going to use Protect this next turn. This is definitely not good for us. And this is his first Pokemon, so he's already, like, almost taken out 2 of ours. This is going to be very tough. This might be, like, right now my money is on Ghetsis, to be honest. But, I mean, never mind. I believe in our team. We're going to do this. Come on, Atlas. Okay, he didn't use Protect, so maybe Ghetsis is not thinking clearly right now. Because that was definitely the turn to Protect there and get some extra poison damage on Atlas here. He might regret that one. Alright, some split XP. Didn't quite get 51, but if we can knock out another Pokemon, we might, which should help. Bisharp. Ooh, okay. So Bisharp is probably going to use like Sucker Punch and knock me out. So again, do I switch into a different Pokemon to try to save Atlas, and if so, who? Yeah, honestly, we might just be underleveled for this. I could let Atlas faint and get a free switch into Vulcan. I don't think Bisharp has like Earthquake or anything. It might have Rock Slide, but I'm not sure how good their moves are. Being our fastest though, I would love to save Atlas for another turn. And I think he's going to use Sucker. He could use like Pursuit, and really he could use like Night Slash. None of my Pokemon would resist like a Night Slash, but let's bring in Vulcan. We are definitely faster. My only like concern is if he uses like a Night Slash and then a Sucker Punch on top of it if he has both moves. But that seems unlikely. Okay, it is a Night Slash. Hopefully the developers didn't give this guy 2 stab moves, and it didn't crit, which is also good. I think I might use Superpower, because it's 4 times as effective, and I won't take recoil damage. Dig is also super effective, but it's not 4 times. We are faster. Okay, this will be a knockout, because I'd rather have the defense and attack drop than lose like all my health. And I'm just not sure if Flare Blitz, I think it's a 3rd recoil damage. It would have been really close there. Probably too close for comfort. So, alright, and I can also switch out and reset my stat drops. And 52 for Atlas. I didn't think about that. That's actually another good reason to keep Atlas alive. Yes, I don't want Trick. That just switches your held items. And Buffalaunt. Alright, didn't remember he had one of those. That is a normal type. So I'm pretty sure Superpower is the way to go here again as well. And I think we're faster. I don't think Buffalaunt is that fast. Let me just do some math real quick. Okay, yes. Well, okay, with the charcoal, yeah, Superpower is still going to be our best bet. And we already have 1 defense drop, 1 more. I don't think it's going to make a difference. I think he's going to knock us out in 1 hit either way, unless we can knock him out in 1 hit, which we could not. Even with if we didn't have the attack drop, it would have been close. Vulcan is strong, but Buffalaunt is also pretty strong. Earthquake will finish off Vulcan, but you did a great job, buddy. I'm not sure what the scoreboard is looking like right now. I'll have to wait and see when he comes back on screen. But, alright, so we know that Buffalaunt has Earthquake. I can't bring in Angara. Decisions. I don't remember how fast Buffalaunt is. I think it's like decently fast, not like super fast. Actually, no, Buffalaunt might be slow. Something is telling me Buffalaunt is slow, in which case I could bring in like Delta. I could definitely bring in Ariane to finish him off. I could bring in Atlas to finish him off. Even Zenit with a Sludge Bomb. Let's bring in Ariane though. Because the normal type is not really super effective against anything. It's just kind of her coverage moves. And actually, it's Wake Up. I was thinking it was Drain Punch. That would actually be really good if it was Drain Punch. Now, what'll do more damage here? Tail Slap or Wake Up Slap? Tail Slap will. Because even though Wake Up Slap is super effective, it's doubled to 120, whereas Tail Slap is already 125, plus stab, plus... I guess we have the critical hit thing, right? Or do I have that anymore? Do I have the scope lens, or did I switch it for Silk Scarf? I can't remember now. I think I might still have the scope lens. You might not get Silk Scarf till after the end game here, or after the first Pokemon League challenge. Alright, one more level. That increases our attack and our speed. Every bit helps. And I think switching resets the poison. I know they've changed it in a few generations. And alright, his strongest, Hydreigon. I didn't see how many he has left though. I don't think this is his last one. But it's definitely his strongest, the pseudo-legendary of this generation. A very strong Pokemon. Also when I trained in my Pokemon White Boss Battle series. And Wake Up Slap is super effective, but Tail Slap is still the way to go. If we're faster. I think we're faster. We are not faster. Alright. I actually really like Hydreigon. Because it's a special attacker, and I think it's the only... No, it's not. I guess Goodra's also a special attacker, but it was the first pseudo-legendary to be special attack focused. I kind of wish there were more of them. There's too many attack-based pseudo-legendaries and even Pokemon in general. Alright. So Hydreigon is a Dragon and Dark type. Which is going to really suck because Delta is almost assuredly slower. Yeah, Delta's slower than Arion, and Arion was slower, so that's not great. It knows Surf, which will be one-hit knockout to Angara, which means our only chance to take it out is to use Atlas or Zenith, both of whom are weak to its Dark-type attacks. If it has one, it might have Crunch. It can learn Dark Pulse, but I think only by breeding in this generation, so it might not actually know Dark Pulse. But it probably knows a Dark move. I would assume it knows a Dark move. So the question is, do I bring in Zenith or do I bring in Atlas? Let's bring in Atlas. That could be a mistake, but I don't remember who his other Pokemon are, so might as well go for it. Alright. Now obviously Psychic is not very effective. Maybe I should have brought in Gengar to use Sludge Bomb, but Focus Blast is super effective, 70% accurate. Roll the dice here. Will it hit? It will hit. Yes. Good job, Atlas. Will it be a knockout? I'm thinking no, because we don't get stab. Alakazam is incredibly powerful, but being 2 levels lower, yeah, Hydreigon actually has decent defenses. That's the cool thing about being a pseudo-legendary, is that you get high stats across the board. Now that was good luck. I will admit right there, that was really good luck. I think we would still have probably won anyway. Well, if we do win, I should say. But that Fire Blast would have taken us out almost definitely, and if not, the poison would have, so that was unlucky on his part. Now the thing is, everything else is not very effective, so I have to go for another Focus Blast, even knowing he's going to use a full restore here. He did not use a full restore, and it hit. Alright. Ghetsis is not playing it safe. If he was a little bit smarter, this would be a really, really, really tough battle. In fact, he might have won, but not protecting and not using a full restore there. Alright, Electros. That's right, he doesn't have an Electros. Yeah, I guess it doesn't show you in this generation how many they have left. And I've lost count, but we are definitely faster than Electros is. Electros is very cool because it is an electric type, so it's only weak to ground attacks, but it has the ability Levitate, which makes it immune to ground attacks, so it kind of has no weaknesses. But it is slow. And yeah, Twisted Spoon is definitely not available till the post-game, so Rocky Helmet's what we have. So even though it is not weak to ground, it can't use its stab electric attacks against Angara, so let's go with that. Just occurred to me it might have Surf. So this could have been a mistake. It does not have Surf. Well, if it has Surf, it's not using it. It has, excuse me, Flamethrower, which is not very effective. So it must know like an electric move, Acrobatics, Flamethrower, and I guess another move that's not very effective against a rock type. I'm really surprised he didn't have Surf. That would have been a much better moveset. And Seismitoad. I've lost count, but I feel like this is probably his last one. Another very strong Pokemon, only weak to grass attacks, and our only grass-type attacker has fainted. I believe, right? So, let's see. Do we... Oh, we do have Grass Knot. That's right, we don't have Energy Ball yet, but we do have Grass Knot. Oh, but we're fainted. Our only 2 grass attackers have both fainted. Alright, so this will be interesting, but let's get some damage on this thing. I think we're going to be faster no matter what, so I'm not going to bother using... Are we? Seismitoad is... Let's use Scary Face. Probably going to use like one Surf, or in this case Muddy Water, and knock us out one hit anyway, so it really didn't matter what I chose, but... That's okay, Angara did great against Electros. And when we do evolve, we get the ability Solid Rock, I think it's called, um, which is really interesting because it will reduce the damage we take from super effective attacks. So, not sure what helped us there, but it would have been nice. Alright, so this should be a neutral matchup. I don't think it knows any ice attacks. It could. And we don't know any grass attacks, so I kind of want to use Aqua Tail just to get some damage on it to increase our odds of winning with Gengar, because I'm worried like if Dragon Rush misses, you know, we could be in trouble potentially. But it might have Water Absorb. I can't remember if this thing does or not, so let's use Dragon Rush. It is faster, so it would be nice to get that scary face off. Yeah, I really wish I knew if it had Water Absorb, because if it doesn't, I could use Aqua Tail and do even more damage now in the rain. Is that my that is my battery. Alright, I'm going to use Dragon Rush and hopefully not have the battery die on me. It's not, it hasn't turned reds, that's good. Okay, can we survive? Yes, we can. Can we hit? Oh, we cannot. Alright, that is unfortunate. The good news is one of our 2 attacks hits. So, Delta, I think you did your job. Honestly, I could have switched into there to take the Earthquake, but it really wouldn't have achieved anything, and it would have just risked him using a different move and taking out Senate. So we are down to our last Pokemon. I really hope this is his last one, otherwise we're in trouble. And we can't use our best move, Sludge Bomb, because it's not effective against ground types. So that wouldn't be the best move. We have to use Shadow Ball, but now there's like in the back of my head is like, does it have bulletproof? I don't think it has bulletproof. I think I'm being paranoid now. Anyway, we have no choice. Shadow Ball. It does affect it. Good. Not bulletproof, which makes you immune to ball attacks like Shadow Ball and Sludge Bomb. Ooh, okay. Ooh, this is not good at all. This is really bad, actually. What is going on here? All right, so we did not get the accuracy drop. I was really scared of Muddy Water getting an accuracy drop here, or a crit would have also taken us out. So, we have to use Shadow Ball, and he didn't use a full restore, so maybe he doesn't have any full restores. Or if he had one, did he already use one? Yeah, he did use one. Maybe he only has the one. But yeah, I don't know if we did actually half with our Shadow Balls. That might have made the difference there if he had used a full restore. But he didn't, and we are not going to learn Destiny Bond. And please tell me that was his last one. The music is so quiet for this fight, if there is any music. Okay, that was his last one, yes. My calculations, no, my careful schemes. The world collapsed around me, something like that. That was a close battle. Like, if it had come to if we had lost the accuracy drop for that Muddy Water, or if it had crit, he would have won that. So that's about as close as it got. It took our whole team to beat him. We did get a little bit of luck with some that Fire Blast missed in particular, but I'm not really sure it would have made a difference in the long run. So I'm not too hung up about that. But you know, hey, should have had Flamethrower, right? What? I created Team Plasma with my own hands. I'm absolutely perfect. I am perfection. I am the perfect ruler of a perfect new world. Not going to scream that too loudly, or my neighbors are going to think really poorly of me. Now, N, do you still think Pokemon and people should be separated? Mwahaha! Since I couldn't become the hero and obtain the legendary Pokemon myself, I prepared someone for that purpose. N. He's nothing more than a freak without a human heart. Do you think you're going to get through to a wart person like that? Alder, it's a waste of valuable time listening to him ramble on. He is the one without a human heart. You tell him, Sharon, you tell him. You're right. He's truly pitiful. N, I'm sure you have much to think about. I know you were not pursuing ideals because of Ghetsis' manipulation, but because your heart was really inspired. That is why you were able to meet the legendary Pokemon. Oh, that's interesting. I was about to say, why couldn't he become the king at the legendary? But it makes perfect sense, actually. Ghetsis is an evil, corrupt, selfish man who a legendary like Reshiram or Zekrom would never befriend and serve is the wrong word, but, you know, be a Pokemon for. So he had to get somebody like N who has good intentions and ideals, but still believed in the thing that he was pretending to believe and would work for him. So that actually, I just now got that, and it makes a lot of sense. A very clever plot indeed gets this, but not clever enough. But I have no right to be the hero. Is that so? What you and the legendary Pokemon are going to do from now on, that's important, wouldn't you say? Acting like you understand. Up till now we've been fighting each other over our beliefs. Yet despite that, why? N, even if we don't understand each other, that's not a reason to reject each other. There are two sides to any argument. Is there one point of view that has all the answers? Give it some thought. And away goes Ghetsis, hopefully to jail, although I'm pretty sure he appears in the sequel. Yeah, he definitely appears in the sequel, so must not have been a very good jail. And I think N appears in the sequel as well. Well, he definitely does. You can definitely defeat him at the end of the game, but I'm not sure if he's part of the main plot or just like a bonus boss you can fight later on. I want to talk to you about something. A lot of talking in this game, I will say that, for better or worse. It's about when I first met you in Accumula Town. I was shocked when I heard what your Pokemon was saying. I was shocked because that Pokemon said it liked you. It said it wanted to be with you. I couldn't understand it. I couldn't believe there were Pokemon that liked people. Because up until that moment, I've never known a Pokemon like that. The longer my journey continued, the more unsure I became. All I kept meeting were Pokemon and people who communicated with one another and helped one another. That was why I need to confirm my beliefs by battling with you. I wanted to confront you hero to hero. I needed that more than anything. There's no way a person like me, someone who understands only Pokemon. No, actually, I didn't understand them either. No way could I measure up to you, when you had met so many Pokemon and were surrounded by friends. It is interesting too how N, every time you face him, has a different team, like Pokemon that he's had joined him temporarily before releasing them, I presume, from whatever the local area is. And I wonder if maybe like because of that you could say you didn't know his Pokemon and their moves and abilities as well as I knew my team, maybe? I could see that being the case here. The champion has forgiven me, and what I should do now is something I'll have to decide for myself. Goddard. You said you have a dream. That dream, make it come true. Make your wonderful dream a reality and it will become your truth. Goddard, if anyone can, it's you. Thank you, and I appreciate that. Well then, farewell. I think right now though my dream is to get some sleep, but this is not the end. This is just, well, not the beginning, but it's not quite the end. There is a whole rematch against the Pokemon League where they will be much stronger. I think all of them have a full team of 6, and we can finally face the real champion, Alder, at the end of that as well. They'll all be very powerful, so I will need to take some time off screen, do some leveling. I'll have to evolve, obviously, Angara and Delta. I might wait and do that on screen, we'll see. And there are some other really powerful trainers to face as well, so it's not just the Pokemon League, there are some bonus bosses, one of which is really, really cool. A little bit of a throwback from a previous generation, and that's all I'll say in case you don't know who it is. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying this, definitely stay tuned because there are more battles yet to come in the series. And even when that's over, I will be doing a full Let's Play of the sequel series, Pokemon Black 2. Well, I'm very tired, I need some sleep clearly. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that super exciting, super close battle, and hopefully there will be many more to come. Take care, good night, and I'll see you all again soon.